Hello everyone, I'm Jonathan, also known as the Medieval Genie, and today we're going to be talking about the 57 different...
Hail and well met, Jonathan. It's Ralchire. And, wait a minute, Jonathan? Is that you? What happened? Oh, great, I'm in the wrong channel again. Oh my. Well, I guess you know how transdimensional teleportation can be. You win some, you lose some, I guess. Well, anyway, while I'm here, I've got a riddle for you. You're a genie, right? You take riddles, don't you? Or is that Rumpelstiltskin? Never mind. So, you are about to face one of two possible outcomes. To fight 10 duck-sized horses, or 1 horse-sized duck. Yes, I know, it's cliche. What weapon do you choose? You must simply show up to the fight, armed with whatever hand weapons you have ready, and pray the gods have mercy on your soul. Make your decision wisely, my friend, and make it count. Now, I'll be off, and let the games begin. Godspeed, Jonathan.
Okay, so my challenge is set. So I need to consider that I'm either up against duck-sized horses or a horse-sized duck. So I'm not going to know which I'm up against, cheeky devil. So I'll need to prepare appropriately, and presumably if I'm lugging a huge armoury full of equipment, I'll be so heavy laden that the nimble duck-sized horses will just give me the runaround and kill me while I'm carrying so much stuff that will supposedly win the day. And then I'd be dead, and who's going to make all of these videos? So, apart from that, I'll guess that I can only take probably a dagger or an extra sword or something, plus whatever main item I'm choosing to defeat the monsters. I mean, let's be honest, if there are horses the size of ducks, or a duck the size of a horse, that's a monster, or a group of monsters. So I think I'm reasonably justified in doing something like killing them, adding them to a menagerie, you know, the usual things that happen to monsters. So that aside, I'll go through 3 different items that I think would win the day, in order from what I least like but is still pretty good, up to the most effective, my super secret, special, epic item that would win the day, guaranteed. So, for our first weapon, we will look at the longsword. Now, I'm not talking about like an extra large, big, great sword or something, because if I'm up against the duck-sized horses, they'd give me the runaround still. I'd be too slow swinging it around, and I'd die. So I'll need something like a two-handed sword, but a light, nimble one. One that can cut, one that can thrust. You know, I can jab at something, I can scoop around the floor at something, so then if I'm up against the horse-sized duck, I could do something like a one-hand thrust and really extend out. Or I could do something like sweeping along the floor in cuts at the duck-sized horses. Winning combination. Now, on the same principle, our even better weapon goes, well, think about it. Think about it for a second. You can probably figure this out. We're going to fight fire with fire. So we've got a duck, potentially, the size of a horse. It's going to be trying to bite me to smithereens with its bill. Well, I mean, whether I'm up against that or up against something else, regardless, we can have a bill being fought against with a bill. That's right, a decent pole arm with a spike on it to stab things, a cutting head to swipe things, and, of course, it's got an even longer reach than the longsword, but without being really heavy. Excellent. I think that's brilliant. So now you're wondering, of course you're wondering, if I'm up against my arch nemesis, who I've only just known about, and who I'll only see once, and who I might not even see in the first place, the duck! That's the size of a horse. How am I going to defeat it? Or even my nemesis, who I've only just met and may well fight once and might not even fight. The horses the size of ducks. How would I defeat them? Well, dear viewer, come closer. That's it. A little bit closer. I'll tell you. Bread. That's right. Bread. For a duck, I mean, it's obvious. Ducks love bread. So I'd have it under my control and turn it into a menagerie and have it fight all my battles for me and never have to fight again. Or if I'm up against the duck-sized horses, I don't know if horses are allergic to bread or not, but either they'd really like the bread and they'd be tame, or it would be bad for them. They'd get poisoned and die. It's a win-win. So, perfect. So there we go. My advice is if you're up against a duck-sized horse or a horse-sized duck and you need to defeat it, the best weapon in your arsenal is bread. Ideally seeded batch, because that's the best tasting.